right, hello wine drinking people. Time for more of what I've had to drink yesterday, and this was the last in a series of once-in-a-lifetime tastings that I hosted for, well, just for the hell of it. I mean, I had the wines, my birthday month. I figured, let's throw on some tastings, some stuff that I really want to drink in the store, and I've always said if I had one last evening and I had to pick 3 wines, one would definitely be champagne, and these new special club wines, some of my favorite champagnes I have in the store. One would be Nebbiolo, probably Barolo, could be Barbaresco. And the third one I'd have to think about for a little while because I have a lot of wines that I love and are close in that third place running, but Merlot and Merlot from Pomerol would be right up there. So that's what we had at this event, and we featured 3 special clubs. And the Mark Hebrard Special Club from the Vallée de Marne was up first. This wine, a blend of fruit. The Pinot Noir came from I, and the Chardonnay from Marul and Ori and Chui. And this wine was disgorged in 2014 and really had a lovely bright and focused bouquet. 2010 maybe still a little bit young. It had some nice chalky minerally notes, lemon, quince fruit, notes of almonds. Really bright and citrusy on the tongue with a lovely smooth creamy texture and a long finish with that chalky minerally note lasting to the end. Most excellent juice, the brightest and freshest of the 3. The Gaston Chiquet up next, a blend of Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, 70-30. And this wine had this beautiful bouquet and a very distinctive butterscotch kind of aroma coming out of this wine. And really rich, some vanilla cream there, notes of peach and apricot fruit, lovely silky smooth texture. These wines aged up to 84 months on the lees, some of these special clubs. And I mean, these wines were created to compete with the great Tête de Cuvée champagnes like Cristal and Dame, and that is the thing that separates those wines from the rest of the pack. It's their extended aging in the cellar entourage. This wine, a long finish here, and although you could keep these champagnes, the 7 drinking brilliantly right now. The reason I picked the 2005 Henry Gatourbe is my favorite of the 3. They were all most excellent. This wine had a little bit more bottle bouquet, a little more age, and a nice herbaceous kind of character to the peach and pineapple fruit. Really distinctive. Still had that lovely chalky minerally nuance. A lovely rich and creamy champagne on the tongue. A long mineral lace finish showing some brioche toasty notes and that herbal character all the way to the end. Most excellent. I love the way the 05s are drinking right now. And all these wines under $100. Some of the greatest values. They all come in these cool bottles. This group of 28 growers banded together in the early 70s to create this as a brand. And like I said, man, I am into everything Special Club from Champagne. All right, then we had our Pomerol flight up next. L'Église Clinée, a very strong minty herbal character from this. 86, still some lovely dark plum and cherry fruit showing on the nose, some dark chocolate, some earthy notes here as well, lovely complexity, and maybe a little shy on the palate with the fruit, but still had some tannins here. This wine's got good structure, a firm hand of acidity holding everything together, that lovely herbal, minty, kind of chocolatey note also through the end. Not my favorite of the 3. The Vieux Chateau Certain definitely won in the Pomerol flight. This wine had a beautifully complex nose, fresh earth, truffle, dark chocolate, plum, and cherry, very distinctly Pomerol, plush and velvety on the tongue with lots of that herbal and minty and chocolate chip cookie kind of note through the finish, but a firm hand of acidity here as well and some tannins. You could age this wine another 10, 20 years, possibly more. We had the 59 VCC at our Super Pomerol tasting, and it was the wine of the night for half the people. All right, the Chateau Gumbo Guyot, the wine with the funny name from Pomerol, 2000 vintage. And, man, I love this wine, and I love showing people Parker's 75-point review after they tasted it and said, wow, man, this is beautiful. Textbook Pomerol. Well, they don't use any new wood in this wine. That's the reason why Parker never liked it, man. This is a classic Pomerol. It's got that lovely herbal, minty mocha note on the nose to the dark plum and cherry fruit. Smooth and polished on the tongue. Lovely velvety texture here. Not a blockbuster in size, but very balanced, very elegant, and a long, fresh finish here. Excellent juice. And by far the best value on the table from the Pomerols at $75. Right around there. And the Barolo flight up next. You always finish with Barolo, folks. I know I say drink the good stuff first, but hey, when you're drinking all great wines, it doesn't matter. But Barolo has that lovely strong tannic backbone. Even the 82 Borgogno still showing some tannins on the finish. This classic house is a blend of different vineyard sites, and Canubi they have holdings in, and it's actually in the town of Barolo, this property, the winery, and we sent a lot of people there. They've got a wine museum there, and just an incredible winery with a stash of old vintage wines going back to the 30s and 40s still in their cellar here. The 82, a great vintage, and like I said, showing some age, showing some bottle bouquet here, but still had some nice fruit to it, and some tannins, had that lovely truffle tar character on the nose, still some cherry fruit here, and like I said, man, a firm hand of acid in this wine as well as tannins. This wine will last another 20 or 30 years, but if you like fruit in your wine, you may want to drink it up over the next few. It's just going to continue to lose fruit from here. The 2000 Odero, I always have said this 2000 vintage about immediate gratification in Barolo, and this wine may be starting to go on its downside a little bit. We had to open up 2 bottles to get a good one, but a smooth, velvety texture on your tongue. Still had some nice cherry berry fruit there. A lovely classic old world style Barolo, that tar, that dried rose petals showing there. A really pretty wine, as was the Giuseppe Rinaldi Bernate Lacoste 2005, another vintage that is all about immediate gratification. You do not have to keep these 2005s for a long period of time. They're drinking at or near their peak right now. Even top-level wines like this Giuseppe Rinaldi, just smooth as silk, and still has some nice red berry cherry fruit there, some pretty floral notes, some nice spice in there on the finish, and still a lovely freshness. This is a wine, like I said, man, you can open up, and you don't even need to decanter for very long. It opens up very quickly. Just an incredible producer and a great vintage to drink right now. All right, that's what we had to drink at my last night on Earth tasting here. I'm your host, Andrew Lamposoni, signing off for the Wine Watch, saying remember, always drink the good stuff first.